One of the strangest things I've found about trading is that being intelligent doesn't necessarily make you a better trader. In fact, some of the most intelligent people that I know have struggled most when they've tried their hand at trading. You can have a strong academic background, you can be great at mathematics, you can be analytical, logical, and highly educated, and still lose money consistently in the markets. Why is that? Well, because trading isn't just purely an intellectual challenge, it's a psychological one. The skills that make people successful in school and business and traditional careers don't always translate well into trading. So in this video, I want to explain the psychology behind trading, why emotions influence decision making, why intelligent people often overcomplicate this process, and why mastering your own behavior is far more important than mastering the market itself. Trading is 20% strategy and 80% psychology. So save this video and take notes because I'm going to show you how to overcome all of these hurdles. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share a couple of great books that you can read to help too. So let's get stuck in. A lot of intelligent people succeed in life because they're good at solving problems. When they face a challenge, they analyze it, they apply logic to it, and eventually they'll find a solution. But markets don't work like that. Markets are complex systems driven by millions of participants. No single trader can control or predict what happens next. And it's that lack of control that creates a very psychological discomfort. So what traders often do is they respond by trying to analyze more, or add more indicators, or collect more data, or add more strategies. But then they find that complexity doesn't eliminate uncertainty. In trading, uncertainty is permanent. And learning to operate within that uncertainty is one of the most difficult psychological adjustments that you have to make as a trader. Accept now that you will never know what the market's going to do next, ever. Your job as a trader is to develop a plan of high probabilities and profitability over time only. Another psychological trap is the human's desire to be right. In most areas of life, being right is rewarded. Remember at school? Correct answers lead to success or pass and praise, and mistakes lead to negative consequences like failure, detention. But trading flips that upside down. You can be wrong frequently in trading and still make money. You can be right often and still lose money. What matters is not how often you're correct. What matters is the risk to reward relationship between wins and losses. But emotionally, many traders struggle with taking losses. They move stop losses, they hold on to losing trades too long, or they avoid closing trades because it feels like admitting failure. Professional traders have to learn to detach their identity from individual trades. A loss is not a personal failure, it's simply part of a probability distribution of your strategy. So write this down. A good trade doesn't necessarily make money, and a bad trade doesn't necessarily lose money. A good trade is a trade that met your trade plan rules, that has proven to have a positive expectancy over time, and that's it. To learn how to build a profitable strategy, check out this video here next on money management. It's a must watch for all traders if they actually want to make money long term. Psychologists have studied how humans respond to gains and losses, and one consistent finding is something called loss aversion. Losses feel significantly more painful than gains feel rewarding. So losing $100 hurts far more than how gaining $100 feels. And in trading, that psychological bias can distort decision making a lot. Traders might want to close winning trades too early to lock in profits, which is really, really common. And then at the same time, they might hold losing trades longer, hoping that the market will reverse. Let me know in the comments if you've done that, by the way. I know we all have. But this behavior gradually damages the mathematical edge of the strategy, and over time, it leads to poor performance. There's a saying in trading, cut your losses early and let your winners run. You will only ever have the confidence to do this if you're trading a system that you've fully tested and verified. And I'll put a link to a video I did on backtesting here and in the description and in the pinned comment. I highly recommend you go and watch it. Another common psychological challenge is overconfidence. After a series of winning trades in particular, traders might begin to feel that they've mastered the market. They increase their position size. They take trades outside of their plan. They think they've got a crystal ball. They shoot from the hip, or they believe that they can predict what the market's going to do next. But markets have a way of humbling traders very quickly who go through this. A few unexpected losses can erase weeks of profit if risk isn't controlled properly. Professional traders stay cautious even during periods of success or winning streaks. They understand that every trade carries uncertainty, and every winner brings you closer to a loser. So a great exercise in your trading routine is to score yourself emotionally before each trading day. Have a column in your journal that you score yourself on greed or optimism. How desperate are you to get into a trade today from 1 to 10? And if you score high, then consider having a word with yourself or not trading that day. Most traders unknowingly go through a similar psychological cycle. At first there's excitement, where the market seems full of opportunity. Early successes might reinforce a bit of confidence, but then the losses begin to appear, and then the frustration starts to build, and then traders start experimenting with new strategies, and then the confidence starts to drop. And at this point, most traders quit at this stage. But others eventually realize that the real challenge isn't the market itself, it's managing their own behavior. And once traders shift their focus toward discipline and consistency, their performance starts stabilizing. You learn more about yourself learning to trade than you will learn doing any other self-development program. And it's because trading is so psychologically demanding that emotional intelligence becomes extremely important. Successful traders develop the ability to recognize emotional impulses. They learn to pause before acting on them, and they follow their trading plan even when emotions are present. But that doesn't mean that emotions disappear completely. It just means that they stop controlling the decisions that they're making in their trading. People who develop emotional awareness tend to perform far more consistently over time and make much better traders. Eventually, many successful traders experience a shift in perspective. Once they realize and appreciate what trading's about, they stop trying to predict the market perfectly, and they stop worrying about individual trades, and instead they focus on executing a process. They accept losses as part of the business, they measure performance over large sample size of trades, and they concentrate on consistency rather than perfection or accurate predictions. And that's what separates all those struggling traders from those minority who become consistently profitable. So look, this is one of those videos that you can't really appreciate unless you've been in the game a little bit and you've been burned, or you've realized that it isn't quite as easy as you thought. If I just told you this from the start and you don't know anything about trading, you're not really going to appreciate what I've been over in this video. But if you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know what one of these you struggle with most. And if you have gone round in circles and you're really not where you thought you would be in your trading, I highly recommend you check out tier1trading.com, because it really is the most comprehensive and complete coaching and mentorship program that's available out there. And if you want to keep watching the videos, go and check out the videos that I put in the description next. And until next time, good luck in the markets, and I'll see you then.